Hey y'all, today we're going to ferment cabbage, make some sauerkraut. It's something I've been wanting to do for a while. Going to keep it simple. So basically we're going to have a head of cabbage, we're going to weigh it, and then we're going to use a 2% salt. So whatever the weight of cabbage is, 2% of that weight will be in salt, and then we'll shred it up, cut it, add the salt, mash it till it starts to juice, and then we'll throw it in a crock and let it do its business for a period of time. I think it takes, I don't know, anywhere from 3 to 6 weeks. I've never done this before, so this is a new thing for me. We're going to learn as we go and see how it comes out. Alright, first thing we're going to do, since we're going to salt by weight, we're going to have to weigh our cabbage. So I have a little digital scale here. We'll turn it on and we'll measure by grams. Alright, so this is 1,634 grams. So 1,634 grams for the cabbage. And then we'll get our handy dandy calculator here. $16.34 times 2% is 32.68 grams of salt. And we're going to use pink Himalayan salt. And I'm just going to put it in the lid. So we'll zero our lid out. And then 32, let's say 33 grams, 32.68. That's 22. That's 36. 32. 34. We'll call that good, because that's 2%. A lot of recipes call for 2.5%, so a touch over, a touch under. It just depends on how salty you like it. So we're going to do this 34. That'll be close enough. That'll be right at a little over 2%. Now I am going to try this guy right here. This is some hand crank slicer. I'm normally a knife kind of guy, so I'm going to get this. I'm going to get the cabbage, get some of the leaves, get them cleaned up to where we have a good cabbage to feed in here. I'm going to quarter it, and then we'll feed it in there and shred it and see how it comes out. Alright, so now for the fun part. Now everything that I've seen in doing this, some big pieces. Everything that I've seen in doing this, people just add salt to the cabbage, little at a time. So to our mostly pulverized cabbage, we have our salt. So I'm putting a little bit here. Try to get the salt mixed around in there. And people have also said squeezing it. This has been cut so fine I shouldn't have to squeeze it a whole lot. Now we're going to take some more. And do the same thing. And squeezing it releases, well, the salt draws the moisture out of the cabbage, and squeezing helps with that process. You can already tell that it's releasing a lot of moisture, and the moisture that is being pulled from the cabbage is what will be the brine for the sauerkraut. So my understanding is you don't add water, and if you do, you may add very little bit through the fermentation process, if any is lost due to evaporation. Because you want all of your cabbage to make sure it stays submersed in the brine. All right. And from what I could tell at this point in time, cover it with a towel, let it sit. It may take several hours for it to develop its liquids, and then we'll put it in the crock once it starts making its own juices, so that way it can be, we'll mix it some more, see how it works out, and then put it in the crock and let it sit. We'll go ahead and put our cabbage in the crock and pack it down really well. I'm just getting it pressed and packed down in there, because ultimately you want it to create its liquid and be submersed under the liquid. Now I may have to help mine out. It doesn't seem like it wants to make a whole lot of liquid, or at least just yet. Of course, this is my first go around at it. It may take a little longer. And then I'll place the leaves on top. To seal it. That way I have a layer that'll be sacrificial, and whatever liquid comes as I press down, it looks like it's starting to, as I press down, I can see the liquid starting to come to the top and start covering the top layer of lettuce. So that's what we want. We want that liquid to cover the top layer of lettuce, or I'm sorry, of cabbage, and then it'll sit on this for I think like around 6 weeks in room temperature. So trying to make sure it's even and I don't have any gaps where we have sauerkraut floating up. I think that looks pretty decent. Try to get any little remnants cleaned off that aren't under the liquid. Because anything that's just sitting out not fermenting will spoil. Alright, we'll stick a lid on her and call it done for now, and time will tell. So we got our sauerkraut finished. We have it in the jar. I got the liquid. The liquid has gone up past the cabbage leaves, and we put a rock in the top of it, a flat rock to weigh it down so it doesn't float up, because you want all of the cabbage to stay submerged in the brine. So here it's going to sit in this crock. Put the lid on it, put it in the pantry in a cool, dark place, and let it sit for a handful of weeks. I'll probably check it every week or so. I don't know exactly what to look for. Just peel the leaves back and make sure nothing smells funny or anything like that. So we'll check it and revisit it later on.